Then what about like your grades? Did it like matter as much?
I was quite shy lah. I was quite shit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you did in school, like, but
I was like bad
I feel like you
until
might be quite good.
I was like second last in school, in secondary school, all the way until like poly. And then poly,
I was second last too. How crazy! I was, but yeah, that's crazy. I was second last.
Yeah. And then
Here we are.
yeah.
Doing podcasts. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. And then back then I was like they were giving me opportunities. So you want to retain or you write this 500-word essay within the next 2 hours to prove to us your dedication, why you should be promoted to Sec 4 or something like that.
Really.
Yeah, then eventually I realized that actually you put in effort, it can work no matter how stupid you are, you know. I thought I was like pretty stupid, but then I worked really hard and then I'm like, wow, shit, it actually eventually happened. So I kind of like apply that philosophy to life right now.
Did you study music?
No, actually I was like electrical electronics engineering. Like no link one.
Singapore Sun.
But
went rogue to become DJ.
I know, right? Something happened.
Yeah.
So when you go to NS, you also did like the music and drama company.
I did not.
Never.
No, at the time, I don't know how the structure is like now, but at the time they only had one spot for a guitarist, one spot for the band basically, and you had to be PES E?
Oh, that means non-combatant basically.
Yeah, but
C or D or something.
And I was so sure I would get it because my foot is like that, it's that flat.
Oh.
And back then, you know, like my dad generation, if you have flat feet, you can down PES, right?
But
come to my turn, cannot lah.
Oh my god.
So they didn't let me down PES, so I was stuck.
So you had PES B or something?
I was PES A.
PES, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then like I always look over at the MDC guys, I'm like, wow, damn. And then I remember this, you know, and I tell Cesare this all the time, but it was recruits night. Yeah. And then Cesare showed up. Then are we human? I'm like, oh my god, Cesare! Like, I was such a freaking huge fan, dude. It was so embarrassing. And I looked at the stage and I was like, damn, that could have been me right there. Like,
but then 2 years of NS flew by and then you just decided to dive.
It did not fly by, man. It was such a pain.
Yeah, back then when you were living through it, it's like, wow, shit.
Yeah.
5 more days to book out. So far away.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was quite a bad time for me. But I did quite a bit of like writing and like sort of discovering who I was in NS.
Back then, were you already a guitarist?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was great. I would like, you know, sing song, emo, go toilet, write song, that kind of loser lah. Like I was that guy in army. But interestingly enough, my brain was rested enough because, I mean, shout out to SAF, but there are moments where you don't do much, right? You're just like
rush to wait to rush.
Yeah, but not even that. It's just days where you're like, you know, like this. In the end, I had a vocation that wasn't very active, right. You know, so I spent a lot of time doing sort of like tasks that didn't require much of this, but a lot of, you know, this. So yeah, I think because of stasis and because I was in a space where I could really like think about my life and what I was doing and dream, I was then inspired to then create and to try and you know, back then you didn't have to worry about making a mistake. You know, there was no understanding of drafts. It was just I'll just write whatever, and I had ideas and music ideas, and you just try. And then I think that was the best, most freeing thing actually. So it became a blessing in disguise. I strongly recommend just staring at a white wall and doing nothing. Because you know, sometimes the creative process is like that, right? If you have 2 hours to come up with a mix, you'll be like, oh shit, you know, but
like a rush,
yeah, but sometimes you need to like waste your day for 6 hours, and then the last 2 hours you're like, boom, then the idea comes, right? But if you don't spend that 6 hours doing jack all, you never get to the nuggets of the 2 hours. That's how I feel.
Is that the key to success now in music or in any creative art, right? It's just to keep throwing out content and hopefully something sticks. And because back in the day, right, it's like, wow, I think about this for like 2 years, then I release my masterpiece, you know. But now it's like the TikTok era, right, where it's like number of bullets you fire.
Wow, that's a really good question.
Because you post quite, you know, regularly. Dude, you got 3,000 Instagram posts or something. Yeah.
Do I? Oh no.
Your TikTok probably even crazy, you know.
Instagram footprint, digital footprint. That's a good question. I heard. I mean, there's this saying in, you know, pop music that if you don't write 99 songs, you never get to the hit at the 100th song. You know, if you only write 10 songs, it's not going to be as good as the 100th song. And you just have to, especially for I think songwriting, you have to just like, you have to release the shit. You know, like, release the shit once until you get to the good one.
Like the Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, it's
the example,
I think
right?
it was from Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, he's like, hey, everything, I'm a dope singer. Here's the first time I recorded myself. Then he still save it on his phone.
Oh yeah, but some dead-ass recordings that you all can never hear. Which are probably better than some of the shit out online right now. But I do believe in that philosophy, although like there is a slight ick factor when you see people upload to me like 5 to 7 times a day, and it's like I can respect the hustle.
Yeah.
But I might not watch it lah. I mean, obviously, like I would like my favorite creators are slightly curated. You know, they have a thing about them. They're interesting. You know, the content is like specifically them. There's a USP. Then it's like more. It's more fun to follow, right? Yeah. And then sometimes that doesn't require you to like post every day lah. That's fine also. Yeah. As long as you're doing something that's incredibly unique to you, that you know people around you are not doing, I think that's a way better currency lah.